What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the new Trail Brewing Company, and they are out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and this is their Lazy River Pils. So they're calling this one a dry hopped Pilsner. It comes in at 4.4% alcohol by volume. No IBUs. Listen, time of review, I don't know exactly how old this can is, but it was given to me by a good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Justin. So huge thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer haul video I did that contains all the goodies Justin hooked me up with, and he actually dropped an entire case of beer on me. And 11 of those beers were from New Trail. I've been wanting to try New Trail stuff for a very long time, so I'm gonna get really familiar with them over the next month or so. And I thought I would start with their dry hop Pilsner. So basically this is like the base of it is a German style Pilsner, but then they dry hop it with Citra hops, which no longer makes it a German style Pilsner. So this is basically a dry hopped American Pilsner. And again, I don't know how old this is, but Justin did say all the New Trail stuff was relatively fresh. He is also upset at New Trail for not putting canned on dates. And I know another good friend of mine, fellow beer tour Paul over at PaTroll News, has the same issue with them. So anyway, I'm gonna review all 11 beers from them over probably the next month and a half, probably before the end of the year, at least try to. Oh, this one's gushing a little bit. I will say that I'm starting with the dry hop Pils. I'm gonna go from like the Pilsner, then do their hazy pale ale, then do their broken hills and so on and so forth. So I'm hoping the experience is great, because again, I've heard really good things about New Trail, and I wanna see what they bring to the table. So thought I'd start with their dry hop Pilsner. I think that's a good place to start. So here we are. Anyway, put this over here like this, and yeah, that looks like a Pilsner. Has that golden straw color, really light, 4.4%, so a very light Pilsner. Has decent carbonation, but not crazy. It's crystal clear, can see through it. About a finger of a soap sudsy bright white head. Yeah, plays the role. Like, not much more to say. That's like a picturesque Pilsner, honestly. It's a good nose. Okay. So it's funny, because as soon as I smelled it, I started thinking German style, and then all of a sudden something else hit me. So right from the first whiff, it's crackery, it's bready, the malt's there. A little bit of like a sulfur note too. But then right after that, here's where the difference is between, say, a German Pilsner and a dry hopped American Pilsner, right? Normally I would get maybe something that's a little bit spicier, floral, or herbaceous from the hops. I'm getting more of citrusy tones here. Like a lemon or an orange, maybe a touch of even like a peach. It's a little bit more fruity, and it's more to like the citrus and slight stone fruit kind of side of things. But then I do get a little bit of like more like a floral aspect. It smells super light. Seems like it's going to be really refreshing too. It's making my mouth water, because as I smell it, I'm like, I just picture me crushing this glass, right? But it smells really nice and subdued, kind of what you would want from a 4.4% dry hop Pilsner. So cheers everybody. Thanks again, Justin. Yeah, oh yeah. So if I live close to Williamsport, or New Trail was my local brewery, this is a beer that I probably have in the fridge a lot. Just when you want a low ABV kind of crusher. Certainly in my situation now with all the health stuff over the past year and a half, or 2 years, I would certainly want something like this where I could drink a can or two and it really wouldn't affect me, but I'd get nice flavor. So body and mouthfeel. This one's like lower side of medium body. At 4.4% is impressive. It still is light enough to make this beer refreshing, but at the same time, there's a little bit more heft there to kind of impress me, which I think is cool. It's not watery to any degree. Like it actually has an appropriate body, maybe even a little bit more, a little bit higher of a body than I anticipated. So it is not a bit thin, Paul. Mouthfeel, it's crisp, it's clean, super refreshing. It's just super easy to drink, right? Body and mouthfeel are really great. The taste, again, it's a 4.4% dry hop Pilsner. I'm not expecting miracles out of this beer, crazy flavors. There's an underlying omnipresent, more crackery kind of malt character that hits me right at the tip of the tongue, dives underneath, stays with me a bit. It's slightly grainy, slightly bready, but more to the crackery side. Right at the tip of the tongue, this is where it differs, right, from a German Pilsner. It's more citrus. It's like a zesty orange peel. There's a little bit of like a zesty kind of lemon peel as well. And there's a touch of like juicy, like orange, just very slight. As it passes through, there's a skosh of a peach pit, right? So not a super, like as you get closer to the pit of a peach, kind of like that. Not exactly like that, but kind of like that. And then second half of the palate, I'm hit with this nice floral, slightly herbaceous kind of finish, maybe even more of an earthy aspect. It finishes semi to full on dry, very mild bitterness, but man, that dryness, like right now, my mouth is kind of devoid of any saliva. Like my tongue right now is very dry, so I want to go back in. You sip it, and it's dry again. So really good balance to this one. I think, again, this is a fridge beer. This is a beer I know they come in 12 packs. We'll talk about the price availability momentarily, but this is a 12 pack beer where you buy it, get a fresh 12 pack of it, throw it in your fridge. It'll last you a week or two as like just a fridge drinking beer type of thing. And I'd have no issues with it. So is it mind blowing? No. Is it a good local dry hop Pilsner that if you lived in Pennsylvania, you would have as a fridge beer? Yes. So New Trail's Lazy River Pils, I have no issues whatsoever giving this a very, we'll go low 4 out of 5. We'll go 3.95. Why? Because that's the first thing that came to mind. It's a 3.95 out of 5. It's damn solid. I think Justin said his girlfriend, this is like her go-to beer. And I can see how this is somebody's go-to beer or somebody's fridge beer. Just always have it on hand, right? You can't really taste alcohol. It's 4.4%. Yeah, really good beer. Price and availability. Now, I went to the Wegmans grocery store website to see if I could see the prices of some of these New Trails. So when I review them, I have a little bit of information. They sold it in 6 packs and 12 packs. A 6-pack of this was $10.99, and a 12-pack of this was $20. Both are good values. Obviously, the 12 pack's a better value, but like for, $11 a 6-pack or $20 a 12-pack for something this crushable, it's not that bad. I would prefer them to maybe have that 12-pack around $15-16, like, some of the Jack's Abbey beers and everything, because you can go lower, but New Trail has, I don't want to say hype behind them, but they're very well known and established now in PA, especially for the hazy game. They probably can charge a little bit more like that. But yeah, I don't have any real issue with the value, but it could be a couple bucks cheaper in availability. I'm pretty sure just Pennsylvania. I have not seen them here in New York State, certainly not in Western New York. But if anybody outside of Pennsylvania has gotten their hands on New Trail stuff locally, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Huge thanks to Justin for this beer, first New Trail. Can't wait to drink the other 10 and review them. I say properly, but probably improperly because it's my channel. You know how my channel rolls. Anyway, if you had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.